All right, good morning, punters. All right, first up, I have for the second time in a week, right, in one of the chat boxes, he came up and said something about something, and he said, the first time I asked you, you were really rude. And I was like, whoa, I apologize to anybody, right? It is not appropriate behavior for me to presume that everybody is out to attack, right? But it gets to the stage, there's so many of you, right? And one, two, it's like, repeat offender, like I can go through 5 or 6. We've been going back and forth for 2 days, right? And then I might have some innocent who's just wanting to ask a question, which is what happened. And I straight away, what do you mean? You know, and it's out of order, so I apologize. From now on, I will be more mindful, right? I'm not used to people asking normal questions. You know, not being narky. Do you know what I mean? Not being sly and just winding me up. It's fun though, but it's not right for somebody who's a first-time question asker. So I do apologize unreservedly. Now, we know about, well, we don't know. I know. You guys don't believe about light being absolute, right? And the sun not taking 4.6 seconds to radiate its light distant to its diameter. We have to move on a little bit further. Now, I've said this a couple of times, but never gotten into it. What would it be? What would it be? I really want to start doing lives, right? But I just don't trust platforms sometimes. Right. There is no such thing as a light year. Slam dunk, right? There is no such thing as a light year. A light source will reach you immediately, right? There's 2 kinds of things that are happening with stars, our sun, right? We're close enough to the sun. We're close enough to the sun that if we had our back to it and we were facing a wall, we could see a shadow, right? So we're fairly close to that light source. If we moved away, or no, let's not move away. Let's talk about Proxima Centauri, right? That's at what? There's no such thing as a light year. So it's at a crazy distance of what they say is 4.2 years for its light to reach us. Proxima's up there and I have my back to it and I'm up against a wall. Of course I'm not going to see any shadow, am I? Because that light is way, way too far away. It's ridiculous to expect a shadow, even if it was the only star. It just no way is going to cast a shadow, but I can still see it instantly, right? Now, it doesn't take any time for its light to reach us because it's not going anywhere. Our eyesight goes to the star, doesn't it? Think about it. There is no time ever when light has taken time to reach us, right? It's ridiculous. It's illogical. And again, it's something else that if you think about it on a personal level, right? If I'm looking up at Proxima Centauri, they tell me 4.2 light years. That means 4.2 years for that light to reach me. But I'm still, it's me looking at it. My eyesight went bang, didn't it? Right? You know where Cassiopeia is, that constellation, the furthest one, they say 16,000 light years. Rubbish. If you can see it, it's there. Bang. Right? The same. It's crazy. notion, and it was the one where I said, somebody explained the science to me that is going to prevent them from seeing my star for 8 minutes and 20 seconds if it turned on from off. Somebody actually said, dude, the sun is always on. There is no switch. It's like, I just didn't mean it like that, right? There is no logic, none whatsoever, for me not to be able to see my star the second it came on. There is no logical reason. It's actually quite stupid to think that I'm not going to see it. It's right there. It's right up in the sky. Okay? It's only 108 diameters of itself away from us. Right? Of course I see it instantly. It's ridiculous. But the other stars in the night sky, so Proxima, right? It's that one, isn't it? Go to that one there, right? It has not taken any time for its light to reach us. I just have to go like this. And I have gone to the source, right? The same as going to the moon. It's my eyesight, bang, landing on the moon. The moon isn't coming towards me, is it? It's ridiculous. All light will radiate. It doesn't matter what size the source is. It's going to radiate instantly. It will get weaker and weaker and weaker, and then get to a stage where it won't cast a shadow from something onto something. But if you turned around and looked at it, you're going to see it for a long, long time, a long, long way away. But light doesn't travel. It's illogical, very illogical. And no source, no light. So there are implications for absolute light, but they are all good, right? Because there is so much that is said to be known that cannot be known, right? And this stuff is common sense, right? There's only so much about light. But they have managed to find and brush this thing up like you can't believe, and it's still going. And then relativity was born, and quantum was born. All of it relies on 299,792,458 meters per second. Without it, what? What happens without it? Without it, everyone's in the same boat. Nobody knows how far away stuff is really, because the whole notion of light taking years, light years to reach us is baloney, horseradish, right? It really is. And if you think about it logically, right, and you use common sense and you think about this logically, our eyesight goes to stars, right? The stars do not come this way, right? Think about it. Think about it. That's why something turns off, boom, it's gone. Now I go to it. It doesn't come to us. On, off, on, off, on, right? There is no delay. Our eyesight is as fast as light, both of them. There is no distance. Our eyesight will not see if there is a light bright enough in the night sky. Slam dunk, right? It's the way it is. It's logic, boom, boom. And once you start to see this, right, you make you think. 9:45, that's perfect. I think 10 minutes, look at that. All right, peeps, laters.